folks. As you can see, I had a little neck surgery, so I'm bored. Wish I could be fishing. So I'm down in my basement playing around with some of my gear, and I've been getting a lot of questions this year on the PK spoons, how I'm trolling them for walleye. I got a lot of big fish this year on my charters. I know a lot of guys who don't got a lot of fish. A lot of my charters look to me for big fish, and the PK spoon was pretty instrumental in how I caught a lot of them in the deep water. And I want to show you what I was doing here. I got some rigged up. I'll show you what I got. Took a PK spoon, and they're quite heavy. They're probably, they're an ounce and a half, 2 ounce spoons, so they're quite heavy. And a lot of people, they ask me, well, how are you running them? How do you know how deep you are? Well, in the shallow water, I'll put them out on mono, and when they touch the bottom, I bring them in. It's kind of a trial and error type thing. You know, they're more made for casting, and when you cast them, I'll cast them out, and when they hit bottom, I'll retrieve them. Well, kind of the same concept when trolling, and then I set my line counters accordingly. But what I did was I took a PK spoon, and PK makes all different sizes, all different colors. These are about an ounce and a half, 2 ounce spoons here. And I put a 4-foot leader on it. One single bead, slow death hook, swivel on the front side, no swivel on the back. I want my spoon to give that worm the action with the slow death hook. Everybody knows your slow death will circle real slow. It gives you that action at real slow speeds. Of course, I'm pulling these because they're heavy. I'm pulling these at a higher speed, like 1.5 to 2 mile an hour. Well, instead of having your up and down tail motion with the slow death hook, it gives it a dog's tail wag side to side. Fish love it, especially in the deeper water. Suspended fish, they don't see it often. And all I did was I took just a swivel, or it's not even a swivel, just a clasp, 4-foot leader, single bead, slow death hook. Hooked it on my mono, sent it out, it touched bottom. It's close to 2 ounces, so don't take much. You know, you're only owed probably 80 feet. So I'll reel it back into, I don't know, 65 I'll start with, see what happens. And at the higher speed, it worked great for me this year. I got big fish on it. And when I went into the deeper water, there was a couple methods I used with this. This one here was probably my favorite. And I'll show you this here. This is the new tadpole, offshore tadpole. This is the #1. And we were fishing anywhere between 30 and 90 feet of water this year, looking for them suspended fish. Tadpole's the way to go. I mean, you can also use your mini divers, your Big John mini divers, or they'll get you down too, but I've really come to really like this tadpole. I just started using them, and it's the way to fly, in my eyes. But if you're going to do this beyond your tadpole, I would stick another 4-foot leader, at least 3 foot, in between your tadpole clasp and your spoon to get it away from the tadpole. Works really well. With the tadpole, I can adjust my depth a lot more accurately, a lot better. The other way I was using it was behind lead core. This is a 3-color lead core, and what I did was, if I knew 65 feet back was my desired depth in 20 feet of water, that's how I'd use it, about 20 feet and less, I would go with my lead core. And every color of lead is 5 feet, and I just hook the spoon right to my swivel. Works awesome. So that's just one of the ways I was using the PK lure spoon, the PK spoon this year to get my big fish out of the deeper water. even the shallow water. You know, they're in shallow close early in the season. Work phenomenal. The other way I was getting them, a lot of people are asking me about this, the PK brand. The PK brand just started turning on this year with the ice fishing, and I don't think a lot of people know that they do more than just ice fishing lures, ice fishing spoons. Actually, this spoon right here in the copper color was probably my hottest ice fishing spoon all year. Very versatile. They also have a crankbait out called the Ridgeline, and they're holographic. The colors are just beautiful on them. MWT tournament this year out of Port Austin, I took my biggest fish on this bait right here. It's probably, I would say it's a 3-inch bait. They come in different sizes, different colors, but this one here, this red holographic, and this perch holographic, they're hot. They work great, and I do the same thing with these, and they work beautiful the way they are behind mono in your 20 foot and less. And if you go to the dive charts, you know, you can figure out where you're at with your line counter. But out in the deeper water, we were fishing 90 feet of water, and we had fish suspended at about 50 feet. And I would put this behind my lead core and drop it down, and awesome. They worked awesome. You got to check out the PK Ridgeline crankbaits. They're wonderful. All kinds of sizes they make. This one here has got to be a 7-inch, 6 or 7-inch crankbait for muskies. I got a box of spoons here. We got all different colors of spoons. They come with a top hook. Ice fishing, the top hook I leave on sometimes. You know, trolling, I take both hooks off. I use it as an attractor. I have caught fish off my lead core with these, just troll them as spoons. Not so much walleye, but lake trout, steelhead, salmon, they love them. You know, they're weighted right for the bigger water. The copper red is excellent. And I mean, there's just tons of different colors. The glow red dot, that's my go-to. I use it for everything. Ice fishing, it's what I start out with. It glows. It seems like that little red dot on there, and in that glow, they just hammer it. They're attracted to it. They see it better. It's an awesome product. I suggest checking them out. They work good for me. I got my big fish on them this year. All my clients, I love showing people how to use them. All my clients, you know, a lot of them go out on charters to learn how to fish rather than to catch fish. And when I seen what I was doing with these spoons, they were pretty intrigued with them, especially with the slow death hook. You know, it doesn't fit, but it does. It works really good. So I suggest get out there and try that, and I think you'll be happy with what you catch. Thanks.